So how do you get your first customers to your newly created SaaS? Now, this is actually a problem that a lot of us SaaS founders have, is how to get that early traction, how to get those early users. And well, the problem is actually pretty simple. You have to be where your audience is, meaning there are so much social media platforms. We have specific communities on Reddit, and somehow you have to be there. Now, when I'm talking about early traction, of course, one of the options is always to just pay for ads, but not all of us have the money, the real hard money to start using on ads, like $500, $600 a day. For advertising is a really nice budget, but we don't all have it. And a lot of the times we, first of all, want to see if we actually have some kind of product market fit with our first newly users, like newly gained users. So in this video, I want to show you how you can get some early traction. And well, one of the ways is you can, of course, manually go to all the social media platforms and really start communicating and growing your brand and slowly increasing your reach. But this, of course, is really hard to do, and it's a lot of work. And a lot of times you want to invest more in the product itself, maybe develop new features, debugging. Yeah, so we are all suffering from this problem. However, there is a solution, or at least that's why I created this solution. I have created multiple SaaS and manually grown them from 0 to 40K MRR. And at some point, I started getting so tired of doing all this social media, and it really started taking away my motivation. And for multiple SaaS platforms, I have seen my daily users going down and down because I just did not have the energy to market my product manually anymore. So that's why I created this solution called Fireship.ai, which basically takes all the hard work away and lets you automate the increasing your reach over all these social media platforms. So if you can take a look right now, this is the main desktop UI for Fireship.ai. It's basically a cloud operating system where its sole goal is marketing solutions. So one of the solutions we are going over today is social media automation. Now, we are here in a newly created campaign, and we can just click Create New Agent. And as you can see, we can connect all these platforms, okay? Connect X, and here I already have an existing account, and I can just click it, click next. I already have a business description. This is something the agent does automatically. When you create a campaign, you just fill in your URL, we scrape the website, and the agent basically gets all the knowledge it needs to promote your product. So let's just go over from the beginning and see how you can automate all your social media platforms, or at least most of them, and also some blogs. When you first sign up, you don't have a campaign yet. So the first thing you need to do is create a new campaign. This is actually a screen that will pop up automatically. There's like a whole onboarding flow, but let's just create our first campaign manually. And let's say I want to promote Fireship.ai. So let's just name the campaign Fireship.ai. Okay. And here in this step, this is where you fill in your URL. So this is the actual product, Fireship.ai, and you click Analyze. Now what happens in the background is an agent goes to your website, takes an image, and it scrapes a couple of pages and basically builds a good business description of your website so that the agent knows what to promote. So let's just wait for a second and see what happens. Okay, as you can see, the agent has now finished scraping the website. We get a screenshot of the main landing page. And this is also good for the future because the agent can actually give tips for the landing page on how to increase conversions. This is something that will be released in the coming weeks, so you'll have to keep an eye out. And here we have our business description. You can just overview and see if it's correct. I can see that it's basically correct. It scraped the whole website and it sees almost everything that I'm offering. And if you want to make any edits, you can just go here and start editing, removing some kind of text and adding some more information if needed. But you can also just click next and go to the next step. Now, something else that we have is that when you create a new campaign for a specific website, to make it easier to get known by these LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, what we did is we created an optimized website system. And if you click create a landing page for me, then we'll auto-generate a landing page with a blog where a specialized blog agent can post daily, really intricate blog posts to this landing page, all with backlinks to your website. And it can be so much kinds of content, can be top 10s, and it will go over multiple services, your competitors, and yeah, there's a lot of that, but I think I will leave that for another video. Let's just not click it now, and let's just click create and save new campaign. Okay, so we've created our new campaign, and as you can see at the top here, we have loaded it. If you click the drop down, you can select another campaign if you have multiple campaigns, but now let's just go over it from the beginning. So when I click create new agent now, I get this screen with all these social media platforms. Now, how do you connect platforms? It's really easy. You just click, let's say you want to create an agent for your X social media. As you can see, I already have here a connected account to my Fireship.ai account. But if you do not have an account yet, you will just see connect new account. And you will, when you click this, you will be automatically guided to X to authorize Fireship.ai to manage your social media account. And yeah, that's really straightforward. It's really easy to do. And that's the same for all these platforms. As you can see, we also have Blogger here from Google. And we have Reddit, Blue Sky, and lots more accounts coming up. So also keep an eye open for that. For now, let's just create an X agent and use our already connected account. Click next. And here, as you can see, we have use existing business description. Where does it take this description from? This was during the campaign creation. So when we created the campaign, the agent scraped your website and already built this business description. So we can just click next here. But if you want, you can also add your website here, rescrape it. Maybe you have updated the information. Or if you have multiple campaigns, you see you have an overview here of all the descriptions you created for other campaigns in case you wanted to use that. But let's not do that. Let's just keep this existing one that we created, which is called from X. We go next. And then here you have to decide what kind of content you want to create. Now, a lot of times in the beginning, for all your main company social media profiles, you will want to choose promotional because you are promoting your service. However, to really build an audience, it might also be good to have some specific, to connect some extra social media accounts that are more educational or entertainment related. This is really good for gaining those early followers because sometimes it's hard to build your audience and your reach by only doing promotional. So only, hey, we've built this tool, Fireship.ai, come check us out. And yeah, sometimes it's also good to just only post entertainment on a specific account. And that account will have a lot easier time to grow because people like entertainment. And when you get to a follower count of, let's say, 10,000, 50,000 followers, then you will see that at the moment you make that switch and you will start like on a daily basis or maybe on a weekly basis, implementing those promotional social media posts, they will get a lot of traction and a lot of views. So yeah, but in this case, let's just choose promotional and go next. Now, you might have some specific rules that you want your agent to abide by. Let's say you wanted only to create posts with not more than 2 sentences, do not use these words, never mention my competitors. You can add all those rules here in the additional information. Of course, we always optimize the agents for best reach. So it is not needed, but if there's a specific rule you want to add, you can just add it here. No worries. And then here we have the post frequency. Now, this is something that is going to change. Currently, we have daily, weekly, and monthly. But on some social media platforms, it's actually better to post even more than once a day. So specifically for X, you can post up to 3-4 times a day and even make 10 to 20 comments on other people's posts to really grow that following fast. So I think in the coming days, we will add custom frequencies from 3 to 4 times a day, depending on the platform. For example, on LinkedIn, preferably you don't post more than 1 time a day because people might get annoyed and it might sound too spammy, but these are rules that change all the time. For example, Instagram has made changes that even if you post multiple times a day, that does not mean that the same people will see multiple posts of you at the same day. So you can post, let's say, 100 videos, and each video will get shared to a different group of viewers. So that's something we as the developers always stay on top of, and you don't really have to, but it's good to keep an eye out on these frequencies. Let's click next. Now, you might be worried you don't want your agent to automatically post. I really see no problem with it. I've never found any issues, at least not in the latest months. So I always click auto post. I give the agent my permission to auto post on a daily basis or whatever schedule I picked. But if you are worried, you can also click yes, require approval. And then when the agent finishes generating his post, you will see it here in the pending tab. You can click it, open it up, and you have to either approve, edit, or deny it. So in this case, let's just say auto post. Okay, here you have a small overview and you can click create agent. Great, the agent has been created. Let's close this window. So now here we have our agent. Really nice. This agent will start posting on a daily basis, 9 a.m. if I'm correct. And here we have the settings for the agent. You can see you can edit the business information, edit the URL, maybe connect another X account that you also wanted to post for. And yeah, lots of options. Also the frequency and the post approval, you can edit all here. And also the name. Let's say you have multiple X agents. Let's say this one is promotional. So you can just change the name here. So you have a more clear overview of exactly what each agent is supposed to do. So let's close that out here. And here in like 3 minutes, we have an active agent that will post every day to your X account. Now, just imagine if you have like 20 to 30 of these agents set up, or even 10, one for each platform, that's posting on a daily basis for a year long. A year long with 10 agents is like 3,600 posts. That is a lot, and that's enough to grow your account and really increase its reach. Basically, on autopilot. If this is something that you would have to do manually each day, also create the content and also upload it, edit it, post it, it's a lot of work, and lots of us SaaS founders don't have the time for it because it's really hard to combine marketing and also developing the product, especially early SaaS products where you have a lot of bugs and even the 10 customers you've already gained have multiple complaints and customer service and you need to fix this, fix that. So it's really useful to be really able to autopilot that early stage marketing. Now, what else do we have? We have so much features already implemented and also a lot is coming up. But basically, to just give an overview of this platform, it's basically a cloud-based operating system with marketing tools. Now, the easiest to do is just to create these agents, and you might not want to do that. You have another option. Let's say you've released a new feature. And you don't want to wait for the agent to scrape your website, find this new feature and promote it. No, you want to quickly share to all your platforms the exact same post. That's really easy. As you can see here in the center, if there's something you want to share, I can just type here. Let's say we just started supporting Reddit. Hi, finally, we support Reddit. Start automating Reddit now. Okay, great. Here in the image section, you can choose to upload a custom image or generate an image. Here you have the option to generate an image. This is something that you will need a premium account for, but even with a free account, you can just upload a custom image, maybe generate an image in ChatGPT or whatever your preferred platform is. And then here you can choose to either schedule it or publish it directly to all your connected platforms. If there's a specific platform you do not want to publish to, just click on it, deselect it, and it won't publish to those platforms. Great. Okay. If you remove the text here, it gets smaller again. And if you want to minimize this completely, you can see it's up here. Okay, so that's the basics. There's a lot of tools here in the bottom. There's a photo editor with canvas. There's also the create agent flow here. And we have our humanizer. As you might have heard, AI is currently getting detected, AI generated text that is. So at least at like a 96% accuracy, which is problematic. We don't know what Google or other social media platforms will do in the future with AI generated posts. So just to be sure, the agents already have this implemented by default. So what they do is they generate a post and it goes through our custom humanizer model that we trained so that it's less likely to be detected as being generated by AI. If you want to do this manually, you can also open the app from here. Okay, as you can see, this is the app. You can paste in your text here, click humanize text, and the output will go to the right side. Let's close that out. So that's it for this video. It's a really quick overview on how to automate your early stage marketing and let Fireship.ai basically manage all your social media accounts. And another important thing to say is that it's also a perfect tool for agencies. You can manage thousands of campaigns here. It's something that's really scalable and connect an infinite amount of social media accounts. So that's it. With the coming future features coming out, I will of course create more videos to really explain what we do at Fireship.ai, and hope to see you at Fireship.ai in the future.